still in the running with championship dreams alive as we begin this first-round game in an on-campus setting. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So Nebraska's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And as this quarterback takes the field, eager to see how he plays today. There's a certain gravity about him. You can tell from the warm-up song the way the team responds and rallies around him. Can he come through on a big stage here?
Yeah, this guy is their Superman. And when that opening kickoff is kicked up into the air, his cape goes on. He sets everything into place, gets the offense out of jams, does it in pressured situations. He's the arms and legs of this offensive system, but also the heart of this team.
And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. It's 3rd and 6, a challenging spot here on the opening drive. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That's caught. It's Rice. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. The Huskers with 1st and 10 here. The shotgun handoff here. And he's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Same tailback, another carry. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. And the Huskers pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Hall. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
Boy, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
That is a first down. Good job by this big offensive line and this running back to be able to pick up positive yards. How often have we said that over the years with backs and offensive line play from Nebraska?
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
2nd down and goal upcoming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line. 3rd down and goal for the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They're setting out to try the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. The kickoff team on the field. Set to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Alabama's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
A huge hit by the linebacker, a collision of big bodies there. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stopped him short of the first down. So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Can he make it to the marker? They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. A solid run, good for first down yardage. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Catch made over the middle. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48. First down and 10. Gonna run it. It's Young. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
I love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll be 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Catch made, looking for the goal line. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
1st and goal, handoff. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. He'll hand it off. Stop at the line. Still a few yards short for Pater.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game. All the hype, the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive.
And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to try out the field goal team. And he knocks that one right through.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Single back, takes the handoff. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
With the catch, it's Hall. Breaks loose at the 45. Finally goes out of bounds. A huge chunk play by the offense to wrap up this first period. Okay, Nebraska has the lead here. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Really tough to run a good counter play when the linebackers aren't fooled at all. This time they get down in a hurry into the line of scrimmage to make that play.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Makes the catch. It's Rice. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
On 4th down, a short toss to the running back. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Kept out of the end zone last time. Had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They've got him down out near the 40.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
They'll try to run for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
A completion sets up a second down play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's got it on a crossing route. You make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Receiver makes the catch. They can't stop him. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Here we go, back in the red zone. 0 for 2 scoring touchdowns here so far, and it's 3rd and goal. Looking for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Alabama.
What a call with a play action down inside the 5-yard line. Completely throws the defense. Their eyes are in the backfield, locked in on the quarterback. They lost focus on where he might be throwing the football. Made an easy read for the quarterback and a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. Here's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. So a very makeable 3rd down for the offense with a 29. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Defense, and he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
He's got it. Enough for a first down. The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. The Huskers will bring their punt team on the field now. Fair catch made at the 40. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Some hard running there through a tackle. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years, Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. Second down play coming up for this offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And it's picked off in the end zone. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. A new set of downs after that completion. First down. Looking to throw the football. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. So after the incompletion, it's second down. And he drops back in the gun. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Second down after the incompletion. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. The sure hands. It's Rice. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defense.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now. Incompletion makes it second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Allen. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. So the offense faces third and short from the plus 26. Might be four-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. He called his own number, and the freshman QB keeps this drive moving.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Catch made on the right side. The ball is loose. Runner falls on the football to prevent the turnover. That could have been disaster. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Ball handed to the running back. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
It's QB sneak. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. The offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors for our halftime update. The Huskers will kick this away to begin the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. And they get the second half started with a running play.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with are defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place to be. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his second interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask from the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Gets some space around the 30. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Oh, my, what a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Short connection to the tight end here.
And this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
The Cornhuskers look to keep this drive moving.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the Huskers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
And there's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Now it's second down here. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes it a 10-point game. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in a pistol. Gives it to the back. Makes a nice move there. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And moves the ball to the 37 for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And at first down, they go right back to him. Gets loose now and heads downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down. Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
It's a quick grab. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Bama.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. Passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Tackle made after just a short gain. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
And it's incomplete again. 4th down coming up. The Huskers will send the punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And now the first play of this drive is set up at the 37. On 1st down, it's play action. He'll be taken down. Marker on the field. If it's on the offense, that'll be a sack. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. They test the middle, but gets stopped. That one goes nowhere. It's 3rd down for the offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Here's the 2nd down play. And the wideout goes in motion. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they bring him down. Blocker has not much help on the screen there. He's short of the 1st down. Short completion. A 3rd down play coming up.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
The offense failed earlier on a 4th down attempt. They'll try it again here. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going. The Cornhuskers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. And now the running back's got it again. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
I test the middle and get stuck. That is just not open for business today. Here comes some more big bodies out from the defense. And the quarterback will just sneak it here. Touchdown, Huskers. Still no answer for this offense.
Man, it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. Give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Well, Kirk, Nebraska has the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats where we have a chance. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Hale. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. Crucial 3rd down play right here. Try and muscle for the first down. And the defense blows up and stuffs him right at the line. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. A running play called on 4th down. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Caught over the middle. It's Hale. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. Come to the line for 2nd down and very short now. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
His defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on him in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the defense smothers him for no gain. 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback will throw it off the 1-pass option. Finding space at the 20. Touchdown, Nebraska. This quarterback on fire today. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. An extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the 4th. Now they get set to kick it away. Return begins inside the 10. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Close to the tight end. Another interception. Wow, that's his fourth tonight. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
So it's third and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. And they pick up the first down, tackle at the 25.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Offense goes to the pistol formation now. And of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Hey, it's a great job of running the football. It's the right idea, but the back's got to stay in bounds. Because remember, with the new rule in college football, the clock still stops momentarily until the referee sets the play clock for the next play, and then it'll start again. So stay in bounds and work that clock.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play. Trying for a fourth down completion. He's got it. That is enough for a first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They'll run it here. It's the running back with the ball. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown or field goal. They'll give it to the running back. Touchdown, Huskers. And the beatdown continues. That's an old-school leap, just up and over the defense into the end zone.
Man, that running back needs to find the picture of that touchdown. Up into the air, he can frame that. It's a nice score to remember.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. On first and 10, looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Hale. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They look to throw it here on second down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And the gain just good enough for a first down. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Looking to throw it on first down. It's an out route. The catch made. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. Second down after that previous play. Looking to throw yet again. Catch made on the out route. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. Alabama getting set with a first and 10 coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Snags the quick throw. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there. So that huge gain quickly sets up a first and goal just inside the 10. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Bringing pressure. And the sophomore making an impact play. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass. They need a touchdown here. Down big in the fourth quarter. Third and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, tie. The offense is out there. Here comes a two-point conversion attempt.
Oh, the defense completely blows it here. They lose the tight end. He's a real option for this quarterback, especially on third and goal. I'm surprised they wouldn't put a big safety or a linebacker right on top of him. He's open. Quarterback made the throw, and they got a touchdown.
And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. That game makes it second and medium. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. That run sets up a critical third down play. And they hand it off to the battle. The first down pickup, tackle at the 45.
Well, why not, Chris? These guys have been doing it all year. This offensive line has been a staple, and this back has the vision to be able to find that crease to get the first down, and you're that much closer to advancing.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance.